moving along. I was cut off. What I was going to do, what I was about to say is, uh, I'm trying. I got to move the hole right in the floor because I've moved my stair. So uh, I can select. So if I select the slab tool and then select my slab, which I can see, this line right here is what's happening with the slab. If I just select the hole itself, you can see that it only gives me nodes inside, so I can actually move the hole itself as one object. So I can do Control D, and I can move the hole around within, within the slab, which is kind of funky. So I'm going to move it right over here, which is where I want it, and then just extend a couple edges of it using this offset edge to there. And then I'm going to offset this edge. See how this little dash line is here? This is the nose that extends beyond the riser, the tread extending past the riser below. So I'm going to do it to where the riser comes down and let the tread sort of extend past that. So that's going to look like that. So those are my interior walls on the main level. I'm going to go ahead now. Well, I'm not going to delete these lines just yet because I need to do cabinetry. But we'll leave those in there for now. This is my roof above, right? It's fine. So I want to put some of these doors in now. So I want to so this is an interior door, some interior doors here, there's one here. So I'm going to go down to the interior door. This is exterior doors, interior doors. I'm going to grab this guy. A typical door panel, it's a 6/8 panel. Eric might be doing 8-foot doors in here. If it was my house, I would. So what I'd like to do is make sure I set the height of that door to 8 feet. And then I'm going to stick the door in here, which I want to make sure that it aligns with that eventually. And this is a 2/8 door, right? So 2'8", 2/8 door. And it opens this way. See how I can do this just by moving my mouse around. Do that. And then I'm going to go to this little node here, Control D, and drag from there and align it to that. That's that door. And then I've got this, which is also a 2/8 door, so I can pick that up, pick that with the pick tool, and stick that kind of roughly where it should go. A lot of times I don't dimension the exact locations of interior doors for a number of reasons, but so like this guy I just sort of plopped in there, and it doesn't really matter how accurate that is as long as the relationship to that stair is about the same. And then I got double doors right here, so I'm going to go down here and get these guys right here. I'll pick that with my pick tool, set that to 8 feet, whoop, not 8 inches, 8 feet. And then I'll stick that in here. So obviously that door is a little bit too big for in there, but I don't know the exact dimension. It's probably 3/6, right? But one thing I can do is I can pick the door, go to one of the ends, little check mark on the end, and if I'm on this little guy here, this is a move node. I can move the whole thing. I can drag it, but I can also just move a node, and that just changes the width of the door. So I can go down to this point, and that gives me my door. So those are doors, windows, and interior walls. The last thing I'm going to show you in this video is how to do the kitchen. I'll do this little bit of kitchen right here. Kitchen I usually do with the slab. Make sure that the slab is on the building elements new layer. Actually, I'm going to put this now on the cabinetry and fixtures layer. Cabinets, I want to go from the reference plane up, from the floor up. So I'm going to hit that. We'll set it at 0. The top of cabinetry is 3 feet. That's the typical height of a kitchen cabinet. And then we'll start drawing cabinets. So we've got cabinets going along here. So I'm going to use this geometry method. Go from here over. That's this line right here, that 2.5 foot. And then I'm going to go down to here just to see what it is. It's 11 foot 11. Now a typical cabinet is 2 feet deep. They're saying 2 feet and 1/2 inch, which let's just, for the sake of ease, let's make it 2 feet. So 11 foot 11 minus 2 feet is 911. 911. Anybody? Team America, right? 911. Oh wait, no, what was that? South Park? I don't know. So and then this comes out. It looks like it aligns pretty closely with this. For now, let's just say that it does. So I'm going to go out and hold down the Shift key and lock myself on the X-axis and do that. Then come down, and go over, and then up. Once I hit the last point, looks like I missed it. Yep. I can hit the backspace. Backspace will take me to the last node that I picked, so you can see how that works. And I just want to make sure I hit that right there. If you hit the last one, it should make the slab for you, so there it is. And then the next one I want to make is this island right here. And the island starts, it looks like it actually pops out, doesn't it? It pops out like 9.5 inches. Let's draw those lines so we can do this right. 5, 6.5. 6, 2.5. Which that shouldn't be there either, but whatever. And 9.5 inches. That. Pick up that slab. So now that slab needs to come. How should I do this? I'm going to draw these lines so I know what the heck I'm doing. I'm just drawing lines all over the place. Look out. Okay, then I'm going to do the rectangle tool and go from there to there for that. That's that's this slab. This one's going to be up higher. This is a higher counter, and that counter is probably going to be at 42 inches. So I'm going to go there and put that at 42 inches, aka 3'6". And that's that upper bit of counter, like that. So that's all that business. Let me see if I can get rid of some of these lines now. So see how now I've selected some lines and there's some of these colored dots. That means they're part of a group, but it didn't select the whole group. If I hit Alt-G, it'll select the rest of the group, and then I can delete it. I'm done with these lines. Done with you. You can just go away. You can get out. Okay. Looks like I messed this up a little bit. I'm going to offset that edge. Let's see, make sure that's the one I got right, though. Yep. Okay. And delete that line. There's my kitchen island. So the last thing I want to show you is how to stick some of these posts in place. So the posts here, these are these posts right there. It looks like these posts are the same width as the beam. So they're 5.5, and it looks like they're square, 5.5 by 5.5. And they look like they're a steel post, but we can assign the material later. So let's go to the column tool. So there's a square. It's going to be 8 1 1/8 high, right? Because the beam is 1 foot high. And we've got these dimensions locked, so it's a perfect square, 5.5 inches. And then I'm going to plop them in here. And the first one looks like it's, I'm just going to set that there, and then I'm going to move it so that it aligns with the wall. And I'm not crazy about the symbol or the fill. I want this to be an empty fill, and I want there to be no X. So the way I can do that is up here, there's this little thing called the floor plan and section. This gives you floor plan and section what it looks like. So right here is that floor plan symbol. The symbol type I want to be plain, and the column cross line pen is, yeah, it's not going to be there because we're done. But then I want to do the cut fills, which it's not giving me. I can do the override. I'm going to do both, and I want that cut fill foreground pen to be none, which is that. and there's my column. So let me take this guy and Control DX to do a copy. That one lines up with that wall right there. D and a copy, and the third one goes to the other side of the island, right? So I want to move from that side like that. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the main level. I think the one last thing I'll do is this little cabinet here, which is a full height built-in. So I'm going to take this guy, but it's full height, right? So that height would be 9, 1 1/8. And then we can start to articulate that later. I'm just going to stick that in there for now. So let me look at this in 3D and see what things feel like. That's a back door. That's a front door. I go in the front door. There's my stairs. Everything's the same material, so it's a little hard to see. Looks like my upper level floor. Oh, it's because there's no floor there, right? There's no upper level floor there, so we can fix that later. But then we go up here. There's see the little cute windows up there. There's my little space over here. Well, hello there, kitchen. That's the kitchen going on. Beams coming through. All is right in the universe, and we have a house. So let's try to get there by Friday on all levels, lower, main, upper.